What's up, everybody? Courtside on here, Prime Global Group Podcast, man. Listen, I'm so excited today. Today is my first episode of my podcast. And not only do I have two outstanding people, but I have two of my friends, man. To me, they the most slept on people in the NBA. I don't know why they don't get the recognition they deserve, but today I have Trey Draper and Jonathan Thomas.
What's up, bro?
I don't know how, listen, it's a running joke. I don't know how I got JT to Jonesboro, Arkansas, but listen, I'm excited. Y'all probably can tell by my voice. I'm excited. We got so much to talk about. I want to start off with how y'all met.
Me and JT?
Yeah, how you and JT met.
Man, so 2018, that was 2018, October. So I had just got hired to IMG, and I think JT got hired in October same month. Right? It was the same year, yeah. So same,
probably maybe a week or two before.
Okay, so yeah, he probably beat me there by a couple weeks. So I came in to just to get ready. I was in orientation, so I came in the gym and, you know, like I say, just being candid, like, you know, how we are just from Memphis. So I'm kind of looking. I don't really know too many people. And I see, you know, so I see him and he come up and it's like, what's up, bro? So we start chopping it up. And then, bro, it's so crazy because at that time, I really didn't have a place to stay. And I'll never forget one of our first interactions, bro opened up his crib to me. And because like I said, he ain't been here. He's like, look, I ain't got no furniture yet. You know what I'm saying? But you more than welcome to come in, this, that, and the third. So, you know, at that time, but I still didn't know him. So I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. So, you know, funny story, I ended up sleeping in the gym. That's a whole nother story for like, with my dog Foray for like 3 months. And then, shit, from there, like, we would still see each other. We would chop it up and stuff. But then right after that very next year, she was on our staff full time. We all, and since then, it's been, yeah, bro, it's been, but that's how we met.
I remember when you told me the story, you was like, I wasn't going. Like, JT literally made me come to the crib. He's like, hey, now you need to come over
here. He offered like 5-6 times, bro. But you know, just how, you know, I don't know what type of word, but how dudes are, how real with, like, I'm like, man, nah, he probably got his, you know what I'm saying? He got something straight Brian. I'm going to figure it out. But at that time, like, hindsight, like, I should have been, you know what I'm saying? But it worked out.
So listen, I want to let the world know. I want to talk about JT a little bit because JT, I call him listen, he hate it, but I call him the silent assassin. JT don't say nothing, but he say everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hilarious. Yeah, I seen something on a couple of weeks ago, and I hit Trey, and I was like, oh, JT was finna go there. He's like, yeah, dude, don't even know JT was finna go there.
That was yesterday, I think. Oh, that was a couple days ago. I was telling you about. Yeah. We had talked. Man, shit, we. That's why I say, how can we be on this damn podcast? I don't mind talking, but anyway, man, fuck it out. It is what it is, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Man, we was in so he had seen it and he shot it to me, but we talked about it. But I was in China, and Youngin that was you know, he was playing around with the workout. The streamer dude. You know, so we ain't gonna call his name, but he came. Yeah, so you know, you took a step back, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in China, I'm 13 hours ahead, but I know my dogs. And I see my dog T, I see my dog Mo, and then, you know, dude get to doing what he doing. I see JT like,
hey, he gave that look,
and I'm like, yes, yeah, JT.
I'm just big on transparency, dog. Like, don't do no mental gymnastics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we chop it, if somebody says it's gonna be this way, then that's the way it's gonna be. Not when time fast forward, we get there and it's like, you throw a wrench in there, and I'm feeling the vibes. I know what's going on. So I'm like,
not even that though. Like, then you get to just doing the extra stuff on the, you know.
So I'm like,
you know,
but it's crazy because when me and Trey was talking, I say, look at JT. I say, JT ready to go there.
I told her, I said, man, I'm so happy. So look, not too many people know, but before we even pulled up to the scene, Mo just hopped in the truck.
Yeah.
So it was on the fly where it's like, oh yeah, Mo, you about to you about to get in, you gonna do the stretching.
Right.
So Mo like, hey. So Mo like, huh? I bet I'm in.
But that's how the team is. We figured out.
Let's talk about who Mo is though. Like Mo is a super. People fail to realize, but let me say this: these dudes are super trainers. They not just regular trainers. Like, they super trainers. Mo is Mo is
Him
heavily
for sure.
sought after. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to my dog. Got a restaurant on the way for
yeah.
Velour.
Hey, Mo tough, man.
Velour
Mo,
in Dallas. Make sure y'all pull
Mo,
up.
my guy. Y'all shout him out. Go ahead. What is this again?
Hey, man, Velour, Dallas, Texas, man. My dog Mo about to open up a restaurant. Go
Mo
follow
knows.
Mo Knows
Hey.
on Instagram and Velour DTX, man.
Mo tough, man. But the thing I love that I got real close to them guys with is we sat courtside for what? Well, it's been 4 years now.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is I sat right by them and we had such great chemistry and I never knew who they really were. It was funny because it's like I would be yelling stuff and talking crazy and I hear a player say, "Man, get your boy." But I ain't really paid no attention until I posted, I think, Trey.
Yeah.
I posted Trey and somebody hit me. They were like, "Bro, you don't know who that is?" I was like, "Nah, what you mean?" They were like, "Bro, dude played in Memphis, dude, this dude, that dude." I was like, "What?" So the next game, I pulled up on him and charged him up. I'm like, "Bro, y'all blah, 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 blah. Y'all this whole
We've been
time."
sitting by
Hey,
each
he
other
done
the whole
cornered me,
time, and
bro.
y'all ain't gonna say nothing. What you wanted to say, bro?
JT, I see, and then I started paying a little bit of attention because like T will be running down saying stuff, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you've never sat courtside, you wouldn't understand it. It'd be so much stuff going on, and it'd be so many conversations. And where I come from Houston, and I just I mind my business. You know what I'm saying? Right. So until I know somebody and we meet somebody, you just kind of mind your business. We spoke all the time, and we see each other, and we chop it up a little bit here and there. And after us getting to know each other, I was like, "That's crazy." The whole time we just here with each other and just
Well, it
don't.
started because who you say your favorite player all time is?
LeBron James.
And who after him?
12.
And so we never really, but that ain't our place to just, we just like, that's what's up, like, and that's how I kind of.
So again, so the whole time they're his trainers. And I'm yelling for him. I'm like, 12 this, 12 that, 12 this, 12 that. They never say shit. They never say shit. And then, and it's funny because right after 12 started saying stuff to y'all on the sideline. And I'm like, "Oh, this shit is crazy." Like, I'm like, "Bro, the first thing I say is, hey, can I get some shoes?"
You got your shoes, though. I did get you a pair. I got you. I owe you a pair of threes, though. I owe you a pair of threes.
The sad part is I see so many stars and athletes, I never fan out. You know what I'm saying? So the crazy part is I've kind of become more of their fans than anything. You know what I'm saying? Just how they are in the community and how they are with people. But it's just crazy because I was like, "Man, where my? I need some shoes. I need some shoes signed." So then after every game, Ja would sign the shoes and give them to a kid. So one game, I'm like, "Hey, where my shoes at?"
Hey, you want to know some fun though? When it comes to 12, like, I don't got nothing. I don't think JT either. Like, nothing signed, bro. Like, we ain't got nothing. We might have somewhere. When we just ain't. He just ain't got.
And I lucked up and got mine because I got the seats and he signed it for the organization.
For the jury.
So I ended up getting the
jersey.
And it's funny because now we see him quite a bit, and it's just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like them intimate moments, and I wish people could see those intimate moments and see how real he really is and how real the family really is. Because even T, like people be wanting pictures with like they bother him the whole game, and he's just always reserved and taking pictures. And the woman came one time, was like, "Can you sign my shoe?" And T was like, "What?" She was like, "Can you sign my shoe?" And we all thought she was talking about 12.
He put the J. He put the big T across.
That was probably like top 5 funniest.
Bro, that was hilarious.
I was bugging.
Bro, that was hilarious. But T signed it, man. T signed it. It was hilarious, though. Okay, I want to talk about this real quick. For those who don't know, JT is from New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Wow. So we were in New Orleans. First off, graciously thank your mother again.
For sure.
Thank your mother again because
sure.
So JT's mom, everybody wants food from her and like she got to be in the mood to give food out. Mm-hmm. And I told JT, I say, "JT, I have to have this meal. I'm sick of hearing everybody talk about it. I need this food." So JT was like, "All right, cool, bet I got you. Now, mind you, it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was late. It's after the game.
So it's after we went down there to see. Shout out Trey Murphy. We went out there to see nephew, and I just hit JT out the blue. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I gotta get some food." He like, "Man, let me call Mom Dukes, but it's late. But I'm gonna see what I can do." And we end up eating about 1 o'clock. The good thing about that is the fact that everybody else went to sleep. So me and my wife had like 7 plates. And then when everybody woke up the next morning, they was like, "Where the food at?" I'm like, oh yeah, it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
What she do that time?
I don't know. She threw down.
It was
it
was a lot of stuff.
I could just tell you, like, we done been now for what 7, 8 years now, bro. And the gumbo to the Alfredo to the mine.
It was so much stuff on the plate was so heavy. When he brought it, I was like, God, it was so heavy. Like, and the crazy part is we cleared like all of the plates
for sure.
It was like 6 or 7 plates, and we ate David's plate. Well, it was 4 plates because it was David and his wife Ruth, and we cleared the plates, and we just politely stirred the conversation somewhere else the next morning when they came. You know what I'm saying? So y'all were at IMG. Tell me that journey, because that was some journey in that, because y'all really came up from nothing from that. That was out the mud situation.
Yeah, shit. I said that was like one of the best experiences of my life. You know, that's definitely like a staple in the journey for sure. It's one of my favorite places, one of my favorite cities, because it's quiet. I said they got old money out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's super quiet. It feel good out there. Obviously they're constantly growing. I'm actually an alumni of IMG. I played ball there in 2009, 2010. So just to go back on from a player perspective and to go back on the working side as a coach, started out with the JV, which I enjoyed all the years there, but the JV was probably like the most fun that I had, you know what I'm saying? Because you're around kids that's obviously have the desire to play basketball. Not all of them 1 through 12 aren't the best players. However, just to be around them and just to like show love to them, even though they may not have the best skill set, but you're dealing with kids who parents may be CEO or owner of Lego, whatever other big organization and corporation. So you bumping shoulders with so many other great people and having other dialogue. So just for me personally, the experience was amazing, man. And obviously moving on to be a part with the national team was obviously an experience that was second to none as well. So I ain't got nothing but positive things to say. You know,
I got a chance to go down to South Carolina and watch them in their element. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you talk about kids, these two guys are like the pipers of their city. Like it's crazy to see how they maneuver. Trey put on I've been about like 4 or 5 events, like book signings and just stuff that he do in the community. And I got a chance to go to South Carolina. I was there on a business trip, and I ended up what was it?
It was an AAU team.
Was it a
tryout?
It was AAU tryouts. The way they light up, and it's everybody from Tap to sure. It's everybody. When they see y'all in that element, it's just totally different.
And I think to kind of what you saying, Shaw, like I'm gonna go back to the IMG part of it. Like for me, that was my first real experience of growth. Like, cause you did Memphis for college. Right. I went 2 years at Chattanooga, year and a half. I think it was 2 years at Chattanooga. Back to Memphis for 4. So I never left the state of Tennessee.
Right.
Then it was like, all right, 15 hours away. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, this
culture shock.
Man, it was culture shock. Everything was different, but it was up, from my experience, it was up and down. Right. But it was the best experience that I could have ever went through. You know, COVID happened, some things happened, you know, I don't really want to get into, but it was life changing because that's where I literally met JT. I met Mo. I've been known for Ray, but like that's where we really locked in, my dog UJ. And then you get 12 and then just so much other stuff going on. But then you're in this journey of like, you 24 at the time, and then you essentially in charge of professional. Like they ain't pros yet, but it's like if everything goes well, they're pros. Mm-hmm. And you essentially are in charge of that journey just to make sure that car gets to its destination. Yeah. You know, or you got to have real honest conversations with parents about why you shouldn't bring your kid back. Right. So it was like growth, and it was like you got to grow early because now you're in a corporate world. Right. Like it's like you got the sports side, but this is also a business. Right. Now, IMG is $1 billion business, bro.
Definitely called it a launching pad.
Yeah, it's a launching pad.
It's a launching pad,
bro. It's insane.
And what's even more crazy is how y'all still connected to the kids. Because I know you had put on an event, and the dude from Indiana, parents,
J-Walk, J-Walk. Shout out to Horace and Marcia.
Yeah, they was out there like. They were in their Indiana gear. Like they made
that
very clear. They made that very clear. And just how they came and interact and championed for you at the event with your parents, like which is like my second parent, even though Pop's gonna call me nephew, and I keep on saying Pops, he gonna say nephew. You know what I'm saying?
That's a down south thing. But you wanna know what's crazy about that, bro? That like, I think JT and he, bro, it's bigger than basketball. Yeah. Like, and then like them, bro, we love them kids. Like, you can't call them kids anymore. They 23, 24. So right. JT would say he just had his camp, and we all kicking it like they one of us now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. I never forget, we had one, I ain't gonna even call his name, gotta put him on blast, but he was like, man, I ain't know my coaches be out like this right outside. JT, you know what I'm saying, JT looked at him, he looked at me like, bro, y'all had some real niggas on y'all staff. And so he was like, so you mean to say, JT was like, bro, y'all had some real niggas on y'all. Y'all don't even know, like, and it was just that whole little moment. And ever since, like, he called, his birthday today, you know, so shout out, happy birthday, my dog. He know who he is, but yeah, man, it just, it's just like them type of conversation to see them grow, and whether they superstar on the team or two-way or G League or overseas, like, that's still family.
I love how at the games, how they all come over. Like, it's like a family reunion every single game at the end of the game, since we know who y'all are now. You know what I'm saying? And not, you know, and we're able to get behind the red tape now. It's like, okay, cool. You know, so who was the first one that y'all got out of IMG to the league?
That went pro or that we work with?
That y'all work with.
That went pro on the team?
Pro, yeah.
For me, it was Josh Green. Josh Green. Josh is with the Hornets now. He just got traded from Dallas to the Hornets, man. He played in the NBA Finals. Yeah, Josh Green, man. It was, and I ain't gonna lie, that was a crazy experience because we had just won a national. So like to win a national championship, first of all, is insane. So like to win it, to know he was a key part of it, and then to see like he gonna do 1 year in college, and like he know he going. Like, but then you gotta think COVID happened. So he and I was having, like, we was talking every day. He was coming, so it's like this journey is really happening. He's getting frustrated because the type of kid that Josh was at the time. He nervous, like, okay, when the draft going, it's like, okay, you supposed to get drafted in June. You know these millions coming in June, but then the draft don't happen to November because of COVID. So Josh and I talking, but then Josh ended up going one and done. He got drafted 18. But just to see it, and I never forget, I was laying in my apartment in Florida. And I seen that come across the TV, and I'm like, damn, like, you can finally say, like,
we did that.
Yeah, like, bro, you was a part of that journey, and that's really your dog. You know what I'm saying? Every time he come in Memphis, getting hot wings, he calling. So it's just, that was the first one. But he was the hardest worker by far.
And you know what's crazy? You know, of course, Prime Global, we're financially, we're trying to teach financial literacy. It's the fact that
let me put my hat on.
It's the fact that
this mine.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's yours. For sure.
I got gifts. See, I got to come on the Prime Gold podcast. You get gifts, man. My head never, so I ain't taking this dude.
Even though he's a part of Prime Global,
but I just got some gear today though. Like
I brought you something yesterday.
Okay, my bad. I was gonna wear the shirt. You know what's crazy? I told you I was gonna wear the shirt, but that John dirty. I had it on.
I have more. So we did a Prime Global club walkthrough yesterday at FedEx Forum, and he was there, and he demanded a Prime Global shirt, even though I had brought him one. So.
I demanded some other things too, but we ain't gonna talk not through Prime Global, but they better get right, man.
That is hilarious. JT,
what's up, man?
The camp that you put on in New Orleans. Hey, listen. So I was at the game. In New Orleans, watching the Memphis Grizzlies versus New Orleans Pelicans. JT called my phone, telling me, "Hey, you in the lounge?" I'm like, "Yeah." He told me, I got somebody I want you to meet. Stay there. Where you at? And I told him where I'm at. Him and Master P come. He talking about this how JT talking about, hey, this is my homeboy Master P. This is my homeboy Charles. I'm like, you gotta let me know ahead of time. Like, you bringing Master P over here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what you get though. Hey, for real, you don't know who you. Hey.
And P was so cool. We exchanged numbers and stuff. Text me, let's talk about real estate. Let's do that. So it's funny because what's really funny is now all these type of people have become friends, and it's funny because it's like, oh, such call, and I'll be in the car with somebody else. They're like, that's such. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, but JT hooked us up. He made that connection, and it's just, we were in New Orleans and we got so much love. It was ridiculous, man. Like the food was great. Of course, the food was great. But
hey, how about the suite back then? The suite though. Like they food and everything that they had. I ain't gonna cap. It was different.
It's
what spot that was?
This is at the arena. Like
so, it's two sections.
Separate parts.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
It's two separate parts.
So you have a part. You have a part for your floor people.
Yeah.
And you have a part for your courtside people. Because
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a difference. I was like, we on the floor.
Yeah.
But it's a very big difference. I was taught like 2
the
weeks.
other room. Yep.
The velvet room. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I remember him
So in the velvet room, now listen, in the normal room is great too. You have jambalaya, you have all the New Orleans, but in that other room, you got lobster tails, you got crabs.
Damn, they
got
steak slices.
No, you do have steaks. Like I'm talking about steaks. You know what I'm saying? And
that's a fact.
It was a very big difference. And you have the who's of people were back there. Like it was that's how he came from behind the door with P and all that. So it was a different experience. No joke.
But that just showed like the type of like person he like. Y'all finna bring my homeboy over here. Like,
never said his name.
But that's just who he. You know what I'm
saying? It's crazy.
I feel like that's how it's supposed to be though.
That is how it's supposed to be.
Definitely everything with us, and me and Trey talk about this all the time. Everything with us is so organic. It's nothing ever forced. The timing's always right. Like I was telling them before y'all came, I say, listen, I don't know how I got this interview because I've been with Trey. And big shots have called was like, hey, we want to put y'all on the show. We want to do an interview. It'd be like, nah, me and JT cool. We ain't doing no. Nah, we straight. We locked in. We focused. I called him and like, hey, I want y'all to be my first show. We got a group text.
On the way,
of course, all JT would say, peace. Just let me know.
Peace, King.
Let me know. Peace.
Whatever, King.
Let me know.
I got you, King.
But I'm gonna be real though, bro. Like he'll tell you, but that's just a testament to like real talk, like to you and Candace though, because y'all solid. Anytime I call, anytime like just show up, bro, y'all pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So, but it's just a testament, like real people. Yeah. Like and since JT and I, we talk about it all the time. Like, bro, we've been the same people before I love my athlete. You know what I'm saying? That we work, but it's like, bro, we've been the same. None of you folk were calling, or we were trying to talk. You know, it's just we ain't got time for all that. And it's like we too real and too honest to even play that game with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get on there, we can't really talk about this, or if we say it this way, you want to turn it that way, or you want to talk about him. We ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially not around me.
Bro, we ain't finna do
listen,
that,
listen. Everybody know how I feel about that young man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna leave it at that.
The topic of conversation, bro. We ain't finna do that.
But you know what? Though? I love how focused he is right now, though. When I went and saw him in the gym, I was like, whoa, that's different. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my guy, because you know what I'm saying? And we'll leave it at that.
He locked in for sure.
Let's talk about your camp in New Orleans, which I missed because we was out the country. I will not miss. 2 things I won't miss next year. Candace has made this very clear. We will not miss New Orleans so that we can get that cook. We're coming to support you.
Yeah, love is love.
But it's definitely has to do with
that meal on the side.
so definitely that. But 2 things I won't miss. I won't miss China again because I got the invite. You know, we would definitely.
Sure,
she wanted to do on her bucket list.
We'll talk about that later. You got to talk about that.
And I will not miss New Orleans. I will not miss the camp next year.
Well, first of all, let me say about it ain't a camp. It's a weekend now.
Okay,
it's a weekend.
It's a whole week.
That nigga a whole weekend now, bro.
Come on, tell us about it.
Spill the bean.
Nah, for sure. It's an experience. It's an experience, and that's always been the idea, and that's always been a vision. Just to be used as a vessel to push the entire game forward. So doing it with family that I consider family, that's a part of the village that's from New Orleans. Brandon Demas, who's assistant coach with the Pelicans. James Paulo used to train me. Matter of fact, when I was in one of my low points in my basketball career, he was the one that was training me. And my dog Brian Hammond, who's a coach at John Curtis, that's a school in New Orleans. So the 4 of us is I just reached out to each one of them individually, like, man, this the idea, this the vision, and they all was just like, man, let's do it. So one thing, New Orleans don't get to see New Orleans men work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the biggest things that was important. Then 2, be around other basketball minds that genuinely love the game and want to see not only the basketball culture in New Orleans get pushed forward, but just the basketball culture in its entirety get pushed forward. So basically, The weekend is I call it like
the weekend. It's no longer camp.
Ain't no camp. Let's get that understood, bro. It's no longer just the camp.
What do I text? All my homeboys are heroes. It's crazy, bro. All my homeboys are heroes. Come on with the weekend.
Sure. Red carpet style.
Nah, for sure. It's we're gonna get to that, but so again, by the grace of God, man, we have all the guys that we've came across as far as coach, train, whatever the case may be, have relationships with. They've been coming down and bringing their time down to give back to the kids. And so we have the pro experience, and then we obviously have the camp experience. So like the pro experience is just that fellowship time, catching up, breaking bread, giving perspective, being big brothers, being mentors, stuff that's outside of just being what a quote-unquote trainer is. And then from the camp perspective, the lay of the land is we only do 60 to 70 kids. It's not a money. It's an intimate space because we want it to be where each kid could feel each rep they get. Right. They could feel that attention that they get inside of the side of the gym. So obviously they coming in, they getting the film breakdown of everything. They going through skills and drills of like in-depth teaching though, teaching. Like this year we did like something called Spain action. And then they learn the different basketball terminologies, how to guard certain stuff, really like trying to level up their basketball dialogue. Because I don't think, again, like kids watching what's going on through the highlights and stuff like that. But when you try to have like a basketball dialogue with them, you know, it's not as in-depth as it should be. Right. But when you go talk to these NBA guys, these guys that's in these environments, these coaches, these scouts, these GMs, whatever, like that dialogue gets in depth. And so we try to expose the 8th, 9th, and 10th graders to that perspective. So we have that. And then at lunchtime, we have the pros that come through, chop it up with the kids. This year we did it a little bit differently where we did a segment where we did like a teaching segment where, okay, this person in the guard position, he's coming off a ball screen. We have that corner field. This big is here. The other wing is there. All right, 1, 2. All right, 12. When you come off the ball screen, what are your reads?
Right.
And now he's breaking down in depth on how he's seeing the whole play.
Right. IQ camp, really. IQ camp, really.
Everything. You know, so it's more than this. We about to roll the ball out. Y'all about to go hoop. Here goes some awards. Yay. Like, it's stuff for like when they leave, these parents, they could really feel like, man, like not only did, and this is another perspective, not only did my kids get something, but I got something. So while the kids are doing this stuff on the court, this year we had the parent seminar. So in the auditorium, we got the parent seminar where we had somebody talking about like college and recruitment, what they should be looking for, the different levels and stuff like that. Then we had somebody come and talking about the AAU perspective and how to navigate through it because we know they got a lot of BS going on through that space. Right. We had somebody else talking about the background check. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say somebody. So we had Danton, Danton Jackson, we had Mookie, who's out of Baltimore. We had with Darnell Dobbs, right? Mm-hmm. Darnell Dobbs is his name, full name. We had Kevin Helms. Kevin Helms did everything talking about background and stuff like that, even to like what teams look for or colleges look for when they are doing these background checks and what to stay away from, what to pay attention to, social media stuff. And then the last of that, we had the assistant GM of the Pelicans G League team come in and talk about their lay in the land. So, and I'm missing one. We had Jesse Chase, who's also from New Orleans. He used to be a producer for like the Lil Waynes, the Drake, the Nipsey Hussles, but now he's transitioning to the basketball space, and they're doing an unbelievable job. And he talked about the NIL space and just to give them games. So it was just a big old gumbo of information the entire weekend.
That's crazy. That is crazy because when I was coming up, you didn't have that. Like I didn't know about the SATs and stuff until Baylor came.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Like, and even from like a professional space, like you look at, I think the best thing for the kids is like that's at the camp is you see a Ja Morant who's probably the best player on his team. He's a franchise player. He's him, right? But then you got a guy that just got drafted.
Mm-hmm. Will.
So his journey, he's coming in. So it's like his perspective is different. The lens that Josh seeing is a totally different. His read is different than who was there? Like a Keontae, right?
George,
you say like a Keontae George, yeah. So it's like, okay, Key, what you gonna see? Because you might have the ball in your head. We know 12 may looking for this, or then you got a guy like little bro Malachi Smith, he's in a journey right now where he just signed with the Nets, right? So he's not he's gonna be on the team 2-way. So it's like, what's your thoughts with that? He like, man, I gotta knock this shot down. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you getting three different reads and 3 different journeys and 3 different or 5 different guys, and it's like, you getting it all different.
One thing I thought was super good, again, when I was doing the club, I went in and looked at the practice from the top or whatever. You can hear him talking to them guys, the young guys in there, and 12 was in there. It was like, hey, no, do this on this, this on that. If you move too fast, it's the intricacies of what it was. That's all I think Memphis is missing. It's the intricacies of holding long on the pick, holding long on, on certain things like that. And I think now, I've always admired the Grizzlies as a family, but, because we go to Summer League and all that, and I love the way that we're able to interact with the players because, again, like stuff, like being at the table with Wells, you get to learn so much about him, the fact that he was in Memphis by himself, his family stayed, where they were. Like, he really had no, just away from family for the first time, like the fear, the understanding, like, I'm really coming in here to do a whole lot.
My job.
Yeah, this is my job now. And we had Gigi 2 years before that. And they so humble, but like I told Gigi, I'm like, you really have a chance to, really do some stuff. And he actually did. He had a great season. Then to talk to him the next year and, the mental space he was in, hurt, injuries and stuff like that. And all we can do as fans is try to keep him motivated. Like don't get frustrated. This is a part of the journey. And I love how the Grizzlies and everybody really is like a family that organize and we just try to do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for me when I hear people say Memphis is violent, this and that. It's so hard for me because like I'm there. And I'm like, that's a narrative they spin and it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
What?
No sense.
What city not violent? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But it is what it is. Ain't gonna get in that. But then, like JT was saying, you finna say something else.
I'll just piggybacking on like just the perspective side. That's all. Like, I mean, how you were sharing into. I know we shift gears just a little bit, but how we were sharing the perspective of how to move. But the year before that, when we did the sit down, I thought it was cool because you had the perspective of one kid that was number 1 in his class in high school, but you had another kid that was haven't been heard of in high school. You probably had another kid that had to go JUCO, but didn't have to go D1, right. And they're all sharing these perspectives. But it was fire because I had a moment, and obviously I just think these perspectives are cool to share because I think it helps open people's minds up of like not getting comfortable where you are right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Understanding that this is a long game. Right. Like you got to allow God to move and shake how things need to be designed to be. So it was cool to see. Like I told the kids I said, raise your hand if you heard of Ja Morant when he was a sophomore. I said, raise your hand if you heard of Ja Morant when he was a junior. Raise your hand, and everybody just literally just sitting there. And it's like, respectfully, it's like the rest of our youngest that's sitting there, you have the number 1 player that was in the class.
McDonald All-American.
And they're in their journey still, obviously in their 2nd or 3rd year, still like from the process of either figuring it out of like holding their spot down or whatever the case may be. But then you got a superstar that like didn't have no way of the same journey. So it's like, again, like what Trey said, it was just super grateful. Super grateful to just see that like you able to see that these are all these athletes in front of you showing you so many different ways to get to a place that you only could see in your mind.
Right.
And don't let nobody tell you that you have to be ranked just to get there, or you have to be this just to get there, or you have to be that. So again, just super grateful that they blessed us with their presence.
The behind the veil is what I love. Like they don't hear these stories.
Nah, bro, it's crazy, bro. Like I be
crazy. It
really to even
is.
piggyback off like what he be saying, like, cause I'm in Memphis now. That's the crib, so I've been there.
Let's talk about. let's catch right there.
Okay.
Tell me the transition of how you at IMG, you've got to work with my guy, and I want you were telling me this story. It's okay to
go ahead, rock out.
So this story of how you was like, I know this ain't finna happen. I know this ain't.
I don't know if he shared this part though. But I didn't text us behind during that time because I remember sitting at the crib and I'm watching the draft, the lottery.
Yeah.
And it was the last
That's what he finna get into.
That's
what he finna talk about.
I hit up Trey like,
bro, we
texting
texting
going on right now. Like, what the world?
Bruh. You talk about. So go ahead.
It was gonna be the crazy. Oh, so hold on. Let me put it in the context. So the crazy part is, listen to this, y'all. During the draft, the last 2 balls were New Orleans and Memphis. JT's from New Orleans. Trey is from Memphis. They're training 12 at this time.
Bro, he's at IMG Academy.
He's at IMG Academy training.
Bro, we sitting there. So
yeah,
to go through that whole process is like, first of all, like, my dog, he hate this, but he don't get enough flowers. Bro, 12 on the realest. Like, he don't get his, and he even hate when you even be like, you give him his flowers, but like, essentially with us, it's like, bro, we were still, like, we was good, we was on a journey and on a trajectory, but like, he essentially saw something in us and was like, bro, he know us from a can of paint. And he was like, yeah, I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you said it several times. Not to cut you off. You said it several times. Like, he changed my life. And
changed it, bro.
And he act like he ain't did nothing, but he changed my entire life.
Changed it. Just seeing shit like different room, like, so I give him his flower. But that specific situation,
I want to hear that.
There, bro,
they want to hear that one.
I'm like, so I'm at the crib. So at that time, I think we wasn't even at 12 crib at the time. We was at the house. You was at the apartment. You was at your spot. Mm-hmm. And I was at my spot.
That wasn't until the following year that happened.
Yeah.
At the cribs.
Yeah, that was the following year. So yeah, we was at the house. So, bro, we watching the draft lottery, like the ball get to popping and doing things, and we like, yo, it's the last 4. I can't remember the other 2 teams, but it's the last 4 balls.
I know Cleveland was one of them.
Yeah, it go like boom, then that go 4 go, and then it go like boom, then it go like 3, boom. Then the commercial happened. So I get a text from JT. I'm like, he like, bro, you see what's going on right now? I'm like, bro, this ain't real. Like, ain't no way this finna happen. Because we know Zion probably going to be 1. 12 was going 2. RJ Barrett was 3. So New York was New York. New York was in there.
And I think Cleveland was 4.
And I think, I'm about to go look, but I might be. Yeah. But New York was there. So I'm like, okay, this about to have some Illy Perry up there. So I text 12. I'm like, I sent him the eyes. He sent the eyes back. I'm like, so now I text, so then me, it's like so much going on. I'm like, ain't no way. Bro, I tell you from the bottom of my heart, when that joint came back on, so now, nigga, my heart beating fast. I'm watching the lottery, and that joint get the with the second pick in the 2019 NBA draft will be, and they won't say the Memphis girl. I just said, man, ain't no way. There's no way. Because for me, now I see it on a bigger scale. Yeah, at that time, I'm a little older. I'm like, we've never had a super, because people still don't know what they're getting. Mm-hmm. And we've been in the gym at that time, about a year. You know, I don't know how long we've been in the gym. But now I see it, I'm like, oh, this dude about to be, this what the city need. Like, he got the culture, he got the swag, he got the family. Like, he was 2 hours up the road at Murray. And I'm like, this nigga about to go to Memphis. And then it finally happened. So that's the draft lottery. So now you go through the teams transition. So that was in April. That was in March or April. Then the draft starts to happen. So like everybody know like the Greeley got the 2 pick now.
So we know what's going on.
So it's like, okay, well, we're going to take like RJ Barrett, Greeley. What we going to do? You know, so then a couple things happened behind the scenes. And then I remember like the bottom of my, I remember this, like I'm talking about, it happened this morning. They traded Mike Conley. 12 was only that. He traded Mike Conley. He texts me, and I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. Like, that's kind of what JT said. Sometimes you just got to let God just move. You just got to just, like, pick it. And it's still moments I'll be sitting next to him at the game, and I'll be like, bro, we're really in Memphis right now. Like, every game.
Especially as them youngers keep rolling in.
Bro, now that's the craziest part, y'all. Like, no bullshit. Like,
it's still early.
Bro, it's still early. Like, every game, like, we've been fortunate enough to have you be there. Like, and we don't even, it's like, cause you ain't gonna get what you get with us on Instagram. Like, that ain't nothing. We ain't posting no pictures, but you got the video, like my dog with Keontae came, and you got the video, and he come over and the referee run down there like we arguing, we having a man-to-man conversation. You know what I'm saying? They security coming. He like, bro, this my family right here. Or then you got a Jeremiah Robinson Earl who get my whole family ticket, Mark Williams, Musa. Like, they start to come, or then you get a moment where Ja look over at JT and we'll be looking, and Jet was guarding him, and I'm loving calling their name right now. He said, y'all better teach this boy how to guard.
Hey, I was finna say something.
Y'all better teach this boy how to guard.
Check out what's crazy, though. I don't want to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. But listen, I have so many videos that I can't post, but are great videos. I be wanting to mute them. and 12 will say something like, I can't post it.
Facts, bro.
It'd be hilarious.
But
y'all better teach about the guard. Dude tells people what he gonna do, bro.
But that be, bro, like, think about that, bro. Like, we too young from Memphis and New Orleans. That guy, that done been a part of a journey of these dudes in the NBA are probably 25, 30. You know what I mean? That you got, but it's real, like, that's family. Like, whether they go and do basketball, they get out and retire tomorrow. It's like, that's still, but to see them actually achieve their dream. And then we can do it in my hometown, and I see, and then my mom and them get tickets to the game, and they come over, we go eat. Like,
how many tickets do they turn down? Because I've offered them a game so many times. Like,
bro, they don't pop out no more. Pops be ready to watch it from the crib. You know, he be like, he rather just, he don't like to deal with in the man cave. He don't be wanting to deal with the traffic. He don't be wanting to deal with, but like,
Pops be like, Charles, you in Memphis? Just come to the crib. Don't unlock. Just sleep in the man cave. I be like,
bro, he ain't. But he don't be wanting to really go to the game. My mama go now, but bro.
Shout out my guy, man. Pops, hey, listen, that's family for real, man. It's crazy. Something else I want to get on to. My guy is a author. Sure. I'm talking about an author. If y'all don't know, my guy, I want to talk about his book because we bought some and we gave a lot of them away.
You bought a lot, dude.
My thing is support for me is the biggest thing. So if y'all haven't got it, go out and support my guy. Tell them where they can get the book at.
Man, you can actually get it. It's on Amazon. It's in Barnes and Noble, bro. Man, by the grace of God, man, it hit New York bestseller about 6 months ago.
But hold on. Let's give a round of applause for that. Hold on. Who saw the future when it first came out?
For sure, bro. You were there.
Did I not call that?
Nah, you did.
I said my partner's a bestseller. When we walked in the building,
for sure.
I'm getting chills right now. That's crazy.
For sure.
Oh,
you
God,
did.
bro.
You said it right.
I said it as soon as I dapped him up. It's. Can I tell a story?
Nah, go ahead.
So
bro,
when I first walk in, so this is crazy because he thought we were just coming and was gonna buy a book a piece, and we were blessed enough as we're going our way down there, and we like my lawyer's there, everybody's there, and they're like, hey, let's buy 100.
Facts.
And I was like, bet that sound good. Let's buy 100 because he already a bestseller. But I want to be a part of him being the bestseller.
Sure.
So we walked up to the thing and we put the card out, of course. And the girl was like, "How many you want?" She said, "You want 1 or 2?" I said, "No, we want 100."
About 100.
She said, "What?" Yeah. She said, "Trey, come on, Trey."
Facts.
She didn't know me and Trey. She didn't know me and Trey
she
knew
said,
each
"Can
other.
we do this?" Look, Valencia, you know I love you. And she was like, I said, "Man, get him whatever he wants." She's like, "He want 100." She said, "We ain't got no more." I said, "They be all right." And bro, he bought 100 of them right then and there. But that was like, and just to see, like, I get chills even thinking because this was just. I was like, bro, I kept telling him, like, I want to tell this story, like I want to tell a story. So, bro, to see that room when the first one dropped, and it was like, yeah, that was I said first one.
For sure.
Yeah, so like, bro, it was packed in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to try something. I was like, let me try.
Hold on. My guy is modest. It was shoulder to shoulder in there. Yeah. Like it was shoulder to shoulder in there. They opened up the other room.
For sure.
The record room. They ended up opening up the record room and it was like shoulder to shoulder in there.
And we had my 500, so there's levels to bestsellers, so you got 20,000 sold or 50,000 hard copies sold. So like, we still go through that process of which one I'm gonna hit next, but it's definitely been a New York Times bestseller. But bro, just to see it, and it's been like that was literally like produced by us, like it was authored by me, like it wasn't no ghostwrite, it wasn't none of that. It was like you looking at some real hard work. That's why I haven't did another one yet, because it was like, bro, there's a lot of hard work that went into that. And man, by the grace of God, bro, like you said, when you came, you bought 100 of them, and then people thought he was lying. He had them in his hand, and then he left out. But then we started. I got to tell the story when you travel. Where you go? You and Candace went out of town. DR.
Republic. Yeah, Dominican Republic.
And man, he was giving them to people over there, and they took the picture, and then they was DMing me after, like, y'all in the DR. So like that's why I say, like, bro, you gotta get your flowers too on there, because like it's easy to jump on a band. That's why me and JT, like, we click so much. Sometimes we don't even have to say nothing. We just be feel like real.
Yeah.
And so like when you see a video, it's easy to jump on a train when when it's moving. Right. But like, who gonna help get this thing started? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna really see this vision?
Us.
Yeah, for real. Kind of like, shifting gears to like Prime Global, because I keep hearing you talk about Prime Global, and you was at the arena. Like, talk about what's going on with that, because that needs to be talked about too.
For sure. So Prime Global is my investment group, right? So I've been telling him for like 3 years now. I'm like, bro,
no, 4 or 5.
4 years. 4 or 5. So I've been telling them what I want to do is, this is my main goal with Prime Global. I want to teach these athletes about financial literacy, because it makes no sense to me for somebody to make $30 million a year and have to give $15 million to the government for them to give the money to Ukraine. I just don't think that's smart. And also the fact that our guys out here, we had a situation with Jalen Wells. He was at the table and the jeweler came over. And the jeweler was like, I got this. I said, we're not buying no jewelry, bro, until we have tenants that'll pay for that jewelry. Wells just bust out laughing. He was like, what he said. We're finna stop buying these depreciating assets. We're finna start living a lifestyle off of what rental income brings, what investment money brings. We have to start realizing that you have a financial advisor that gets paid for what he has under your management. He don't want you to take no money out. He wants you to keep your money with his homeboys. We're not doing that no more. We're getting out of the matrix financially. And that's all Prime Global is about. You can go to our website, primeglobalgroup.net, and you can see what we're doing, our vision. You can sign the NDA, get all the docs, and see what's going on.
So shifting, I'm going to talk about it because obviously I know what's kind of going on with Prime Global is now an official partner of
the Memphis Grizzlies. Shout out my Memphis Grizzlies.
Right? So hold on, no, let me talk. You had your time. Let me talk.
Yes, sir.
Can I talk?
Yes, sir.
This is my podcast now. So I'm asking you. No, they featuring Charles Mabry. It's Trey Draper and Jonathan Thomas featuring Charles Mabry. So, all right, we got Prime Global Group, right? It's official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. So let's talk, because obviously I wasn't been at the arena 3 or 4 times now, but we were just there yesterday, and it's so funny just to see certain relationships when you come and they come in a different aspect. Like, no, I'm not coming with none of these athletes today. I'm coming with my dog, and we come talk business. So now with Prime Global Group, talk about what's coming now inside of FedEx Forum for the next 3 years.
Again, by the grace of God,
for sure,
we have the Prime Global Group Club. So now where all of the suites and stuff, where all they let out, it all goes to our club. So it used to be a lounge. Now we're branding as the club. So it's the Prime Global Group Club. You get your drinks in there. You get your food during halftime. Everybody, it's a space that holds, I think, 275 people.
So I think everybody say like 375.
So almost 300 people. And we were lucky, and blessed because somebody else was trying to get the suite. And shout out Jason. You know what I'm saying? Because he vetoed it and said, no, give it to Charles and Prime Global. I love the Grizzlies, man. Shout out Dennis. Everybody over there, Travis, Lamont, they
so it's located. So you know the FedEx Forum. You know where it's located?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, where is it located?
So it's located. I want you to tell him where it's located.
Okay, I know exactly because he don't know. I know exactly where it's located. But that's what you got your dog here for. So it's located on the Pinnacle level, right? We're talking about the club suites. So if you're at the Pinnacle level, you're sitting by the visitor bench behind that goal. You can literally walk up there. Obviously, everybody can't get access to it. It's definitely, for the who's in that specific area. But if you know Charles, Jonathan, Cam, you might can get in and
Trey.
Trey might get you a little drink or something.
For the low.
But man, I think I'm gonna be honest, like I think that's a really big deal. And for me, like it's like kind of like nostalgia. Like I don't really take it for granted that all of this is happening in an arena that I played in, that I've coached in, that I've trained in with ESPN. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm watching all of this happen
in real time.
And I, and just hit 30. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh 30. So I'm watching all this happen. I'm like, people get to talking about Memphis, and like honestly, I've had people like, you gonna stay in Memphis? You want to live in like your family this, and where you gonna live? I'm like, bro, there's some amazing stuff going on in Memphis because like, who's gonna be the change?
Yeah.
Like, who's literally going to be the change? So now when Prime Global comes down to Memphis, shout out to Tony Allen, who's also involved, right? Some things working on that side where you say, and there's opportunity.
Right.
So then you have opportunity, you have need, then you get Prime Global right there in the middle who's able to bridge that gap.
Right.
It's so much going on right now.
The good thing about it is the fact that I tell people all the time, we come from the projects, man. We come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy part. My first Memphis Grizzly game, I literally sat 10 rows from the ceiling. I sat there, and the person I was with, I was like, listen, it was Corey Ross. Shout out Corey Ross. I said, I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be on that court. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be on that floor. I'm going to be down there. And when we first had the opportunity to buy, 'cause it's hard to get courtside seats with the Grizzlies. Like, people don't understand that. When we first had the opportunity to do it, I was just like, it's crazy. It's like the place we sitting in now. You know, we used to count pennies in here. It used to be a grocery store. We used to count pennies in here. And the fact that now we own the building and have a hardware store in here is just a testament to what God can do. You know, if you just be obedient and you allow him to work with you, you ain't got to be perfect. Just be obedient. That's why when y'all doing something with the kids or you know, something's going on, we pull up. And we don't just pull up, we pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to support. I get so sick of the discount friends. What you going to do for me? What you going to look out for? I didn't ask for no discount. Give me $100. Oh, y'all, everything he throw, what's your highest tier? You doing this? Well, what's your this? We came and, like I told the kids, we pay for grades. Yeah, what you got? You know, like, because I want them kids to understand. Like, he was FaceTiming the other day. They had a football game, and one of the young ladies that we helped was there. And like I told her, what's your grade? First question I asked her, what's your grades like? She like, I'm perfect. My grades are perfect. I said, well, you know,
I see you on Christmas.
I said, you know, Christmas coming up. I see you in Christmas. Like, we have to let these kids understand that you can. I tell people all the time, it's great to have a Ja Morant come talk to me, but if I'm going back to the hood and my dad is a gangbanger, it doesn't really do nothing because he's there for this time, but this is 99% of the time what I'm living in. So we have to let them understand that you can come from nothing. You can come from a single parent home. You can come from, you know, having a felony or something like that, and you can be successful. That's the number one thing I want these kids. The YNs, we can help those who want to be helped, but I'm not finna waste my time on them. I want to get to these kids, and that's why I love what y'all do in the community with these kids, man.
For sure.
Hey everybody, Courtside Unk here. Thank you for taking time to watch my first episode with Trey Draper and Jonathan Thomas. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I just want to let you know some of the things we have coming up in the future. We have, of course, the grandfather himself, Tony Allen. We have super producer Hit Kid. We have a good friend of mine, LeBron Johnson, also coming on, David Hamilton, and many, many more. We've learned so much along the way. I hope y'all can give us some great feedback, and we did see a bunch of things that we are going to get better at, and we've already gotten better at. So just, again, thank you for your time, and let's go ahead and follow Courtside Unk and Prime Global Podcast.